Hi, what's up YouTube? In today's video, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with this fire pit here. I'm actually going to try to customize my own little fire pit table. So I bought that separate, I believe on Amazon, that's around like $100. It's a really nice fire pit. If you'd like more information or wanna buy the same exact fire pit that's featured in this video, just check out the links down in the description below. You'll be able to find the best deals. This fire pit actually comes with lava rocks and it has a built-in regulator, and you can also titrate and adjust how much flame comes out. Just ignore this. I actually had to take this off because this was actually connected right over here. I had to take it off so I can take some better measurements to be able to put it into this table here. All right, so I'm just gonna bring you along with my progress here. So I went ahead and disassembled this fire pit assembly here because all I'm gonna use is just this top piece and then the regulator there. So I took some measurements, and this is about 18 3/4. And then this table is 32 inches in diameter. So what I'm doing is I decided to do a cut that is 17 inches so that this piece can sit down in there with just a little lip around the edge. So I actually kind of cheated since I didn't have my compass. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm just using this Home Depot ruler, and I used a marker to use this ruler. I found the center, and so all I did was just spin this thing around to get the inner cut there. So all right, so measurements are taken already. I used a 1-inch hole saw with an impact drill to start this hole. And then I'm gonna finish it out with this Black & Decker tool, one of my favorites. I'll leave this in the description below as well. Very helpful, handy tool. Use it on a bunch of stuff around the house. I'm gonna use this and cut around. All right, so centerpiece is cut. I actually used this Black & Decker tool. And let me show you what it looks like. Oh, so fire pit's going right inside here. Okay, hole is cut thanks to the Black & Decker tool. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in here. Again, this hole is a total of 17 inches. If you take the center of your table and you have something similar like mine, you can basically just take half of the diameter, get the radius, which 18 inches would be a 8.5 inch radius, and then you just draw a little circle around the whole thing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop in this fire pit right here in the middle, and as you can see there, it is nice and flush. It's got a little lip on it still, but I like the look of it. This is the top view, and then this is the bottom here. I still gotta connect the catch plate and put the regulator back on. And then once that's done, I'll show you how everything looks. All right, so the final step into completing this customized fire pit table is to mount it by using this fire block sealant. So I actually put some around the lip of the interior portion of it. And this stuff is really hard. Let me show you really quick. Let me get underneath here. So whenever I try and scrape it off or push on it, it is really hard. And this stuff is actually wrapped around underneath the bottom part of this. And I have some weights here to keep it in place. So I'm gonna let it dry for at least 24 hours. This is the sealant stuff I actually used. It's made by 3M. It's actually made for some very high temperature situations. As you can see here, it's been tested at 1,382 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can use it in HVAC ducts, pipes, vents, and fireplaces. So this is some good stuff here. They actually have different colors. This one is actually gray. I've seen some red sealant and a yellow one, but I try to go with the highest temp one, so that what it will do is it will help to resist the heat around the edge of this wood, and then also keep it in place so it doesn't slide around. All right, so the fire blocking sealer underneath the fire pit has about 48 hours or 2 days to dry now, so it's really hard and cured. Now it's time to put the rocks back in. And we're gonna go ahead and light it up and test it out with the temperature infrared gun, which points like a little laser and tells you the temperature. So we'll give it a test run around the room there on the interior portion. So all right, the fire pit table has been running for about an hour, so we should get some really good readings now for the heat. So the outer edge right here, I'm gonna measure it, and it's reading about 170 to 180-ish. And right where you see that little dot is where I'm measuring. And then in the center part where the coils are at, it goes up to 700 something degrees. And then the most important part for me is to measure the sealant that I put inside here. I don't know if you can see that gray part. That's the sealant. I'm going to measure that really quick. So the sealant is showing about 133, and this fire blocking sealant is designed to withstand over 1300 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, so doing really good. I measured all the way around. I'll measure this part as well. This is reading 138, and the table actually is not even warm, so you can still set stuff on the top, but I wouldn't recommend touching the rim because it's probably around 130 something degrees. I'll measure it really quick for you. Let's see. So the edge is about 145, 135, 138. It's pretty hot. So table is really nice. Really happy with the way it came out. All I had to do was find a used table and basically by the fire pit, take off the fire stand on the bottom, the base of it, and then mount it on here with the fire sealant. I really like the setup because you can actually put stuff on the top and you can put stuff here on the bottom. And this is not hot at all. The very bottom is very cool. So really nice setup. I centered the fire pit controller in the middle so I have access to it to be able to turn it up and down. So right now it's on the lowest setting and I'll turn it up on the highest setting. So this is the highest setting. The flame gets about maybe a foot up in the air. I'll stand back here so you can see it. And I'll put it back on the low setting. So I'm actually going to demonstrate how it works whenever you want to turn on your fire pit. So I make sure that this is set to the off position on the fire pit, and I'm going to go and open up this valve very slowly, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, just like that, and have my lighter. And you can see they're ignited really quick. Now you can actually titrate how much flame you want to come out. So as you can see here, this is the lowest setting, just like that. And then I'll show you the highest setting. Let me back off here. So this is going to be the highest setting. And I'll definitely show you how this works at nighttime. The flame is probably kind of hard to see because it's really sunny out. And then whenever you want to turn the fire pit off, all you have to do is turn this into the off position by pushing into the knob and off to the right, and it cuts it off. And then you just have to make sure you cut off your propane source and turn the valve off as well. And that's it. Very simple. One thing that I've found that is helpful is once you connect the hose, you have to make sure that you have your fire pit in the off position, and then the nozzle on here, you want to open it up really slow because the regulator has a safety feature that basically dumbs down the flame as soon as you turn it on. So if you ever have an issue where you turn on your fire pit and you realize that you turned on your opening valve on your propane tank too fast, then basically you're going to have a very low flame. It'll be a lot lower than this. I was having issues with that. I thought it was something defective with the fire pit, but it was just a user error. Hope you enjoyed today's video on my little do-it-yourself tutorial on how to convert a portable fire pit into a fire pit table. If you'd like to check out this awesome fire pit that's featured in this video, just check out the links down in the description below. But please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And as always, thank you all for watching.